Acceptance is not a resignation, it's a union and to understand what it is, how to go through it. As quoted by Henry J. Ford, as we all deal together in a pool for the challenges we face, we are easily able to understand it and we go through them. My journey as a social fanatic started in 2020 when I started with a self confrontation and understanding what disability is. I pitched myself as a trainer and a teacher to differently abled adults. Differently abled adults. Really, is that the real term? That was the question. This term was given to me by the internet search as well as the trailers. This term was dedicated by US Democratic National Institute for differently abled or people with special needs to become them and make them the society and a part of us. How many of you think this is part of this society or it's a special segment? I was one of those. While teaching, I met one person. He was a vegetable vendor named Govind. He was facing the challenges, thinking through his mind why he cannot become an IT manager or maybe employed in an IT firm. Govind, in an interview, when I asked him, what stops you from being placed in any company? His answer was very simple. The answer was, ma'am, I think I lack the right communication skills. Really, that was the idea which popped my head that time. Is that the right rationale? I went back. This journey started and then another interview. Now, I met another person who is Gopi. He, as you can see, is a dancer, a tabla player, an artist. He wishes to make his talent as a profession. What deep inside, talking to them, I understand is this the rationale or is the opportunities which they are lacking? When I started delving into more interviews, I understood this is not the opportunity. Looking at the various employers across the globe, the opportunities are enough. What it is which is stopping them? It's the mindset gap. The gap between the employer and the mindset, which we as an ally are here to fill. There are different schemes which people like Govind and Gopi would like us to take forward and fill this. Talking about differently abled or challenged, this term, how many of us feel is the right term? When we talk about exclusion, inclusion, the term inclusion itself is a connotation of a positiveness rather than intrusion, which is the negativeness. When we talk about inclusiveness, we are providing or giving a false or a misleading guided appearance of physical disability, which gives a wrong picture of this life is not worth living. Now imagine you walk into a Walmart store and you see someone who's hearing impaired. You try to communicate first and ask for a sale. What he does is, he starts the conversation in a sign language. Isn't this powerful? He starts the conversation. He's my hero now. So when this personality Govind got placed, he became my hero. I went back after a year in 2021 when the COVID hit, but the impediments and the challenges did not pull me down. Part of interviews, virtual workshops, all this became a routine to me. I asked Govind while he was placed, when he started talking good of him, what did I change in you? He said, ma'am, now maybe I am confident. I said, probably I have boosted your self esteem. But deep inside down, he had it. So what did it change? I made him learn words do matter. Yes, words do matter. When we talk about intrusion, we are giving a feeling that this life is not worth living. Not worth living? When we walk into metro stations, or maybe my observations generally, or a railway station, we have a special assistance, we have infrastructure, everything's available. But while observing, I see nobody comes, nobody sits there, nobody is using it. Why so? In the end of the day, a normal or not with a disability, a person occupies it. That gave me a thought. What's it we are not doing? We're giving a picture of inclusion. Inclusion itself is giving a connotation again. They are part of it, but yet lack some of it. Inclusion might give you a power, but intrusion or integration, the right word is integration. As you see, integration with WHO report, which says 1.3 billion people in the world are facing differently abled or disability challenges, which is 1.6 percentage of the total world's population, which means 1 out of 6 of us is a disabled person. A person with disability dies before the age of 20 years with different symptoms at very early stage. A person with disability faces 15% more challenges to access the transportation infrastructure which might not be affordable as compared to the people who are not disabled. A person with disability might have twice the chances of getting sick, having depression, Alzheimer, and other diseases, maybe the oral health diseases. So when the global report says what we need to understand is it's not inclusion, it's the integration. So some of these graphs implement that words do matter. It's high time when we start talking about superhumans. Some days I myself would not like to call or maybe referred to as a superwoman. No, I would like to be referred as differently abled intelligent woman or maybe differently abled human. This lofty tags or labels which we are giving them, it's heroic. It might make them a character, but in the end of the day, they are all part of us. They are all humans. It starts when the me becomes we and it becomes us. Let's fight together to integrate and make this world a place of maja macho. Thank you.